in what ways is Xero better than QuickBooks Online? I think that if memory serves, that question came to me as a challenge from someone who was really a fan of QuickBooks Online, so that's okay. Oh, my pleasure, Richie. Good, I'm glad that was helpful. Xero outshines QuickBooks Online in a couple of key ways. I wouldn't say that Xero outshines QuickBooks Online in all instances. QuickBooks Online does have some features that, to date, Xero doesn't have the capability of matching yet. But so here are some things that, in my experience, Xero really beats the pants off QuickBooks Online. So first of all, integrations. There's a bigger app marketplace for Xero than there is for QuickBooks Online, and integrations reliably work better between Xero and whatever it is that Xero is integrating with versus QuickBooks Online. I have used QuickBooks Online integrated with a number of different apps. Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes it's not. And I've simply never encountered a problem with Xero and a third-party app, and I have never bumped into anybody who has either. So integration is a big deal. Second thing, and oh gosh, why didn't I mention this first? But Xero doesn't crash. I'm telling you, not a single, maybe a week, but definitely 2 weeks. Not a single 2-week period ever passes by in which I'm not seeing a bookkeeper with many clients, right, whose livelihood is depending on always access to QuickBooks Online, post in some accounting group, hey, is it just me or is QuickBooks Online down again? Or some module within QuickBooks Online is not working. Oh, how, right? I can understand how if an organization is using QuickBooks Online and they don't need to be in there 24/7. If when it's time to go in, QuickBooks Online is down for unscheduled, unplanned outage, and they say, no big deal, I'll just come back tomorrow in a couple days. Fine, then enjoy the features of QuickBooks Online. However, if your livelihood is depending on always on, always access 24/7 to QuickBooks Online, find another platform. And on a similar note, on top of it all, it's not just, oh, I'm so sorry, QuickBooks Online is down, we're aware of this problem and working on it. No, they go NLP on us. And they say things that are a deliberate attempt to have people not pissed off at the fact that this tool that we're depending on is down. They do things like, oops, our shoes are untied, with a little graphic of some shoes. We say, oh gosh, it's just that their shoes are untied. It's not a calamity. I don't like that Intuit is beeping with the minds of its users and of its bookkeeping and accounting base. I don't like that. It's dirty. I don't like, you know what? If it needs to be lighthearted, fine, make it lighthearted. But don't go NLP and try to mess with the brains of the people who are looking at this. It's not okay that for like a first world product that it go down in flames that often. And it's not okay to have the company try to have other people feel that that's okay. Or other people laugh it off or feel good about it. I don't like that. So I don't like the lack of stability of the platform. Anything else? Xero has better. I like Xero's bank reconciliations better than QuickBooks Online. I like QuickBooks Desktop reconciliations better than both of them. But just between Xero and QuickBooks Online, Xero has faster bank recs, more intuitive bank rec, and you really don't have to engage in a separate process for bank reconciliations, which I like. And I also don't like that, I mean, if you sneeze too hard, your bank rec in QuickBooks Online can become undone. And whereas that's just not an issue in Xero. Xero's bank recs are also a lot more flexible. You can run a report with whatever date you want. Other ways that Xero is better, oh my gosh, the upload. This is the final thing that I'll mention, the upload. So if you do, let's say, for example, complex calculations to allocate cost to multiple projects or multiple grants and business units or locations or multiple projects. Xero has 2 class tracking categories, whereas QuickBooks Online has 1. So I like that. That's an added bonus of the features I'm telling you about. But if you also allocate costs, you can prepare those allocation calculations in Excel. And you can do it in the CSV template for, let's say, a bill. And those templates are available for download right there in Xero.com. You download the bill template, populate it, and you upload it. There's no drama. You know, in QuickBooks Desktop, you have tools like Transaction Pro Importer. I don't know off the top of my head if tools like that are available in QuickBooks Online, but even if they are, the templates for import are so much faster and so much easier in Xero. It's insane that if you do any allocations at all, get to the Xero platform. One of my clients uses both tracking categories and allocates certain expenses across both tracking categories. There's a single expense line item could conceivably be allocated to 21 different combinations of these two tracking categories because they're 7 in one and 3 in another. Do you think that anybody should do some manual data entry for that? No, we do a calculation in Excel, whip it up into the Xero platform, and that bill is in there. We have some bills with like 50, 100 lines. Think we did any of that manually? Think again, my friend, think again. So Xero is excellent for any company or organization that is doing cost allocations in a single transaction, and you need to upload that. And by the way, that includes payroll. So if you are doing job costing, for example, and you want to allocate payroll, gross pay, payroll taxes, union dues, benefits, anything that you want to allocate across multiple jobs, let's say whichever jobs were active at the time, or if you have some kind of allocation base for the year, you can do that, and you can allocate even payroll bills, and then simply to record those bill payments, you record the three transactions against those bills that came out of your bank account. The one transaction for the net pay that went out, direct deposit, or if you're using pay cards, the net pay that went out onto the pay cards. The second payment for the employee and employer withholdings, and the third payment for your payroll service fees. Apply those payments to the bill. So easy. If you have any kind of allocations going on, especially those that are complex, especially those that hit payroll, Xero could be a very attractive platform.